Hi, I wanted to make a follow-up over the ribbon rather than bow and arrow, and here's just a little more background on the Olympic Winter Prize. If you do a Google search, you'll come up with the same and actually many more results than what I'll share with you right now, but here's at least a handful of them where the descriptions are saying that there's athletes wearing ribbons and that the ribbons are usually red. So how do I get out of that? I don't know. There we go. Another thing where it's mentioning the ribbons besides the head wreath. Palm branch, red ribbons, arms and legs, plus an evening feast. The winning athlete was quite celebrated. And in the New Testament, the Apostle Paul, many of his writings include references to being an Olympic athlete, mainly a long-distance runner. And for you to finish your race, this is what he's referring to. This was known in their culture. This was general pop culture knowledge to them back then. And the winners, their statues had a specific name. It was a whole style of art. Their painting reflected it. Their frescoes depicted it. It was day-to-day known life, regular day-to-day life. I thought this was interesting how only certain people could be eligible for competition. Those convicted of defiling temples were excluded. That's kind of like the Christian defiling the temple of the Holy Spirit when you pollute yourself with whatever. I think that's a direct reference as well. So there. And the other thing I'd been thinking about in relation to the video I made a few days ago, where the related word in Hebrew was a reference to rainbows, and how Christ in art has been depicted with rainbows over the centuries. I just think it's a nice little thing. The rainbow symbol in the Bible is super positive. Jesus said he'll be coming in the clouds. Why can't they include rainbows when he shows up? So it's a wondrous thing. So I'm sticking to the way I've interpreted the first seal of a honored Olympic victor is taking like a victory lap around the Colosseum. That's how I see it. Wearing red ribbons and wearing a crown, the olive branch wreath crown. Very symbolic how that is almost always olive branches. Peace. Let's hope so. I just, in my gut, know I'm right. I'm sure people who disagree have the same feeling about what they feel. But here we go. I'm hoping I showed you enough to where you're thinking about it at least, and then come around to agreeing with me later after you've thought it over for yourself. I've given you some evidence. You could easily research a lot more about it and draw your own conclusion. I believe if you look into it enough, you'll be convinced. Catch you later.